Battlefield.
Calling in support.
Funny guy mentioned Battlefield. I win.
This was something new.
You don't talk about Destiny every show.
This is payback for Grand Theft Auto for the past 2 years.
Thank you!
Payback for GTA for the last 2 years.
Okay, moving on. Is that Spider-Man or Spoderman?
It's Spider-Man.
He's acting like a dick.
It's Spider-Man. It's really into Metallica.
Is that your real sex doll?
That's his special assistant. Why is the tip of his
No,
finger
he's
round?
okay. You wanna play that way, Zombie Killer? No, it's Spider-Man.
Why
He
is
wants
he
to give
doing-
you the shocker.
I know we're going to
The
shocker right now.
Wham!
Oh my god.
Shocker.
Why is his pinky brown?
I don't know. He came that way off eBay. I don't know.
You know what's funny? Because with him just pointing at the camera like that, I was like, we want you to watch the Laggin Out podcast. It's the whole thing that came up in my head.
We want more than 5 people viewing.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
What's our next topic, funny guy? Run us into the next topic.
House of Wolves DLC for Destiny is coming soon. Oh, look at that! We talked about Destiny too.
Oh, and you know what? It's actually going to come out. It's not like Heist. It's actually not like Heist. It's actually coming out on time. So, so it's relevant.
Coming out. Period.
All because we pick better games than you do. Don't get so mad about it. That's all I'm saying.
I forgot Destiny. I have Destiny. I don't.
Dude, you're
a
level fucking 12. You're never on.
What are you talking about? I'm like.
You're what are you talking about? I'm a 13 and a half.
No, I'm not. I'm like a 28.
Are you? Oh, hallelujah.
Oh my god, he can finally play with his friends, sort of.
For
I want you to drink more when you're on the show, Zombie Killer. I like how you just throw out nonsense like this. Keep drinking.
Well, now we got 2 of you doing it.
Yeah.
You walked into that one, funny guy.
I think we're actually hearing something she said from the last show. Hold on.
No,
what the fuck?
What?
Alright, Chieftain, you're
So
gonna talk
moving
about
on, let's talk about House of Wolves DLC.
Alright, House of Wolves DLC. There's no notes on it, so what's going on with DLC? Does anyone know the House of Wolves DLC coming down?
I don't know anything about it. I haven't been on
Okay, well, moving on. The reef section is actually going to be a new social area opposed to the tower. So there'll be a place where you can do bounties and that sort of thing. That's going to be a new place.
That's interesting.
Right. So, and of course, the reef is where who is? Anybody?
The Queen.
Thank you, the Awoken Queen. So there might be some new stuff with the Queen's bounties and that sort of thing.
It's about time that bitch has been so aggressive.
This is from PlayStationOnlineStyle.net. So.
If you like Laggin Out, give these guys a view. Nerd Realm, only on the Laggin Out Network. Check them out on their very own playlist on our YouTube page today. Revolver Gaming, a clan that succeeds at being strong and unique among the thousands of clans that are mundane and weak. Check out Revolver Gaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/revolver, G in United, or on our YouTube channel. Xbox Boss Players. Boss Players is a multi-platform community run by the one and only Blue Polar. They welcome all gamers on all platforms regardless of their name. Check the group out today on Facebook at Xbox 360 Boss Players Group.
I was really hoping to talk about the game you mentioned at the beginning, which was The Division.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Rocket and I were just sitting here like, all right, we're waiting for the subject, and then everyone just keeps rambling on about the sniper deal. The Division. Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy, it's his last critically acclaimed game, or getting his like Tom Clancy stamp of approval, seeing as he's now passed, correct?
I was going to say, didn't Tom Clancy pass away? How's he still making games?
Yes, but they're still using his books as references for the games, which
Right,
is pretty amazing. Let's see, The Division, if you haven't heard about it.
It's kind of like the Madden games. He's been dead 10 years ago, but he just doesn't know it yet.
Alright, go ahead, Rocket. Bring us into the subject.
So, The Division, if you haven't seen gameplay for that yet, please go on YouTube, start looking it up. I'm sure you'll find 3-4 videos, at least half an hour's worth of gameplay, and even more about the details of the game specifically. But it's a third-person RPG, open world, multiplayer, not necessarily MMO, but multiplayer game, and it's got the visuals that Watch Dogs had in 2011. Now it's Ubisoft, so we're hoping it doesn't go the same route as that.
For those of you when we're talking about Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs was really high in detail at the E3 press conference, and then just dropped when the game came out. It was not the same game. That's why we're hoping it doesn't go that route.
And a lot of the Ubisoft games that came out last year, people were not too happy about once they got it into their system, into their consoles. But Ubisoft is definitely one of the best companies there is when it comes to developing games. The Division has pretty much everything that anyone could want from a cooperative or competitive game. You're going to be able to level up your character, customize your character, get all kinds of new weapons, and customize those. It seems you'll be able to get bases, which is something you would get from an MMO element, I believe. You get your own base and have set up shop in there with your own items and team, and then go out and do quests. From what I understand, in that game, the Dark Zone is going to be where you'll get your PvP from. So if you enter into that area, expect to get jumped or ambushed by other squads. Another cool thing is that you can get on your tablet, kind of like in Battlefield 4, how they had that tablet play where people could get on and give the support. But this is going to be more in real time, where you can really look and see what's going on the map and control a helicopter or whatever it is.
It's what it is. It's a little UAV thing. It's a little robot that flies around, and it'll give your team buffs. So they're really into it. It'll give your team buffs, as in it'll give them more health or make them deal more damage, because it is a role-playing game by aspect. And it can spot enemies, and it just debuffs enemies, buffs friendlies. That's about all it does. But again, you're flying around, and you're probably going to see the whole world from up high in perspective. I'm really interested to see how that's going to work.
And there seems like there's quite a quest to get involved in too in that game. Just based on what we've seen so far, it doesn't look like it's going to be repetitive by any means.
No.
They'll have quite a bit of content. Hoping so. Please, Ubisoft.
I'm watching it as you guys are talking about it, and the world looks pretty expansive.
Yeah, and Havoc was going to say something. What were you going to say?
The trailer sold me on it, and then I had to watch the E3 press conference for it. Fell in love with the game from what they showed. I was like, this is the game I want to have. Then I found out it didn't come out till fall of 2015. I'm like, damn it!
Well, the game is extremely beautiful. It runs on a new engine called the Snowdrop engine. And a lot of people didn't notice, but I noticed it, and I called out in some YouTube comments that this engine is so procedurally generated that when you're standing still and it's snowing, when you're standing still, you actually see the snow come up on your shoulders and stuff, and when you're behind cover, it'll go on your knees, and you're gonna actually pat the snow off every once in a while. So I thought that was a pretty little. This engine is extremely powerful. I'm honestly, I have a 780, which is one of the toppest graphics cards you can have on a PC, and I'm pretty sure it may have trouble running this game. But it's being really made from a couple different developers, actually. It's Ubisoft Massive, Ubisoft Reflections, and Ubisoft Red Storm. 3 different companies working on this one game. 3 different studios, I should say, not companies, run by Ubisoft. But yeah, this game is going to be amazingly expansive, and I just found out yesterday that it's going to have the same concept that Destiny has with, you kind of have the hub where you can meet everybody, look at their player, and then it's going to move, then you can move out in the world with your buddies, and then once you reach the Dark Zones, which is moreover Dark Zones, are, like you said, the PvP area. I'm highly anticipating this game. It's going to be fantastic.
In fact, there was someone who kind of mapped out the area. It's supposed to be, what is it, Manhattan, What are the other two places?
Must be huge.
Yeah.
It must be the whole island of New York, I thought, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
I think they have. I think it's like an 80% build.
So if you go east, you could probably find my house when I used to live on.
You know what? They actually said that they've actually had people go street to street and kind of sketch it out, take pictures, and they were actually making street by street by street everything. So if your house happens to be on that street, you will see your house.
Yeah, you can see how small my house was.
I'm gonna go and
I'm
use that as
so far out there. It's like 30 minutes from the Hamptons. You're not going to see it, but you're probably going to get in the Queens area.
But again, when I first heard about this game, what was it, 2013, I think, is when the teaser trailer was released. They didn't have any gameplay. It was just talking about a virus that happened.
I'm wearing
a flu
my New York
virus.
shirt.
Like a post-apocalyptic thing, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Is there zombies? Is there zombies?" I was like, "No, zombies are dead. No one's gonna want to play a zombie game anymore. It's not zombies. It's just
sorry, zombie killer. Wake up!
it's just like
Why
I think
bother?
they said 90% of the population is gone at this point.
Critical.
Yeah.
Boy, that'd be nice.
Well, what happened is, if you don't know the storyline that's going to happen right now, is basically a weaponized flu virus on Black Friday gets on the bills, and everyone gets infected. And the teaser trailer, if you watch it and listen to it, it actually made me all giddy, like this could actually happen. This is an actual real threat.
Moab's getting giddy.
I was giddy. I get giddy. I get excited. I actually, you know what? Audibly, I probably did that. Especially when the second trailer came out. When the second trailer came out, and I'm sure you've seen it, Rocket, and if you've seen it, Havoc, where you don't see people in it for a while, it's just all sounds.
I love that.
You hear someone talking.
Yeah.
And
The monologue, yeah.
He says some powerful words in that trailer, and if you haven't seen it, you have to go watch it. This game is my game of the year already.
Wow.
And there's a short film, I think, that's being made about it. Or is it already out? Something like that.
I think there's one being made. I know there's a lot of fan films of it. But one that's actually got the backing of Ubisoft, I think, is in the works.
So that's something to look forward to as well.
Yes. Anyway, it's got great. I would go into it deeper, but like I said, we're running the show kind of long because I know about almost everything there is about this game. I've been watching everyone's theory videos about it. I've been on the wikis. Only thing I didn't do is officially talk to a developer, but I've talked to people that have talked to developers. It might be hard though because Ubisoft has a couple good games coming out this year. They've already announced 3 games they're definitely coming out, which is a new Assassin's Creed. They haven't even said what it's called yet. Rainbow Six Siege, and The Division, of course. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this new engine will do. And I was kind of theorizing what they're going to do for a special edition, because I know Ubisoft loves their special editions.
Oh, yeah.
I was really hoping we'd get the watch that he wears. Have a kind of a smart watch. Funny guy over there just making jokes.
Like a Dick Tracy watch? Like a Dick Tracy watch?
Who's that?
Yeah. And he's.
You call yourself a nerd.
Warren Beatty, babe.
You don't know Dick Tracy.
Madonna, Breathless Mahoney.
And Havoc, do you have anything to add about this?
The Division, like you said, the second trailer, the whole monologue thing, that sold me on it, and then the whole press conference showing that gameplay looks fantastic. I really want to get this game. Like I said, I was kind of disappointed it didn't come out last year, but hey, more time means more polish, but hopefully. And I'll be buying it.
And remember, if they say they're going to put heists in it, you better hope it's in there.
One thing, I don't know if you guys know this, but I just learned a lot of people are theorizing that mid-March there's going to be a pre-alpha, or not really an alpha, because the game already looks amazing. It's going to be a beta, basically, where you can play it, test it, and it's going to be open. They're going to stress test everything. I'm assuming it's going to come out mid-March because they said something like around those lines. So that'll be interesting to see if they actually do that, get to play the game a little bit early. And if I have permission to stream it, I definitely will. I might miss work a little bit. Just saying.
I'm calling in sick to play video games.
Pretty sure.
We've all
Oh
done
my
it.
god. You mean nobody's called in sick to play video games before?
I've
Holy
never
crap.
had.
No. I think what? What you haven't?
No.
I work
Oh,
on video
shit.
games. Why am I going to call in sick to play video games?
No, I've
wait
not
a second.
called in sick to stay home and play games. No.
Well, when you work a dead-end job like me, you look for every
I've
excuse
called in
imaginable.
sick and been sick and actually been sick and then like played some games maybe while I was sick, trying to fall asleep. But I've never just like, oh wow, this new game came out. Fuck work, I'm not going in tomorrow. Oh yeah.
You know, last time I did that Fire Emblem and I had the flu. Ugh, those some really medicated dreams, man.
Those are the best kind, now. Alrighty. Stubby Killer unfortunately has to
Get
go,
off
and
the
I
rooftop,
think we're on a good notion.
She
to
how
kinda
do you
wrap up.
know? She hasn't said anything. Or is she still awake? I can't even tell.
What? I'm sorry. Where am I?
Folks, just so you know, you're watching Laggin' Out here on Twitch TV, Google Hangouts, and YouTube. I'm your host, Funny Guy. If you want to check out our website, go to facebook.com/lagginout. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/lagginout, on Instagram at The Laggin' Out Show, and we also are also on Google. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/lagginout, or at twitch.tv/lagginout.
The Laggin' Out podcast is brought to you by Gamer Gloves. Go to thegamergloves.com and enter the coupon code LAGGINOUT and save 15% on your next pair of gamer gloves. Wear what the pros wear. Wear Gamer Gloves. Fierce Gaming Females. They support all gamers on all platforms. Like their Facebook fan page at Fierce Gaming Females or join their group page at Fierce Gaming Females. Hot chicks with sticks.
Also, don't forget on our YouTube channel to check out Nerd Realm, and want to thank Havoc for being in here tonight from Nerd Realm. You can only catch them on the Laggin' Out Network. Very, very funny. So if you enjoyed our show, you're really going to like theirs because it's funnier. They're the only radio show that basically broadcasts from the bowels of TARDIS. And if you don't get that, then watch the show and you will. Check them out. What is the new thing? Is there a new one?
Yes, the only show you can. Oh crap! How does 404 say it? He says it better than I do.
For your earballs.
Your earballs, yes. It's the only show best listened.
Oh, that's right. Yes, it's the so Nerd Realm. Check them out. It's the show that's best listened to with your earballs.
Yes.
I also want to thank
that next time.
Rocket. I want to thank Rocket for sitting in with us tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you had a good time.
It was my pleasure.
Had a nice time having you. Anytime. Check out on our channel the ever-present, the ever-popular Blue Pipe. I don't know when he has a new episode coming out, but
Every Friday.
Right? It's when?
Every Friday.
Every Friday on the Laggin' Out Network. Anybody else have anything they want to add before we bring it home, kids? On behalf of the Zombie Killer, Nerd Realm, Mo Beauty, Chieftain, and everybody else here, we want to thank you for watching the show tonight. And until next time, this is Funny Guy signing off, Lagging Out. We'll see you later.